Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're back for another one of these top 10s. So, today we're going to do the top 10 free-to-play LRs. I might also do one for top 10 free-to-play units as well that are not LRs, but I was actually looking through and I was like, oh wow, there is actually a lot of really good free-to-play LRs here. There is definitely enough to go ahead and build sort of like a full, just top 10 free-to-play LRs, right? So, let's go ahead and jump into it. No reason to wait too long. I will start this off by saying again, these types of things are always going to open yourself up to a ton of criticism, like a top 10 or a tier list or something like that. People are just never going to agree, right? So let's just go ahead and hop into it. We'll start at spot number 10 right here. We have LR First Form Frieza. I do actually really like this LR First Form Frieza still. The thing about him compared to some of the other sort of like free-to-play LRs and stuff like that is his ridiculous link set. I mean, you look at this, like, he's got everything he needs for some of these teams, right? Like Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, Conquest of Terror. On these teams, Frieza's going to have, like, all of these active non-stop, especially with the introduction of STR Cooler into the game. Like, I would just probably have this Frieza as one of the top Prime Battle LRs and one of the top free-to-play LRs as well. A lot of these free-to-play LRs, their leader skills aren't going to be too good. A lot of them also will struggle for key, at least with this LR Full Power, or LR First Form Frieza, excuse me. He does have Strongest Clan in Space and Fear and Faith, which are two really common links, whereas a lot of these other free-to-play LRs, like LR Super Saiyan Vegeta and LR EGL Trunks, don't really have a ton of great links, right? So next, number 9, we have our boy LR Oob here. Now, I do really like LR Oob. Honestly, I would have him higher, but the issue with LR Oob is his links are just, like, it's really bad for the teams that he's on, right? Like, I guess you could rock him in something like the Kamehameha team. He does give himself key at the start of turn, which is really useful. Again, if you have like the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Goku on the Kamehameha team or one of those other Super Saiyan 2 Gokus, they're definitely going to help this Oob out. Oob also does have this transformation. Now, this makes Oob really good for difficult events, right? Because once you transform, Oob gives you that 40% HP regeneration, which is really helpful. Then he starts creating rainbow key spheres, and he supers easily with those key spheres. So I do really like LR Oob, enough so that I felt like he warranted a spot in here. I'm actually really excited because the next Dokkan Battlefield that shows up, I think in about 2 weeks or so, I'm actually going to have enough Battlefield gems to rainbow my LR Oob. So it took me exactly a year to get LR Oob rainbowed, so that will be good. Okay, so Oob is at 9. Next, we have LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. Now, maybe this is a bit of a boring pick to a lot of people. Like, I would understand a lot of people not really liking this one so much. But, like, they're just such a good unit for both the Majin Buu Saga team and the Movie Hero team, right? I've talked about it, but the Movie Hero team has gotten some really nice buffs lately, including my current favorite unit in the game, LR Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku. So, like, teams with him on it, like right now for me, are just a lot of fun. Like, this guy is really, really good, and any characters that can increase his usability, I really like. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, they're one of the few units that have this right here, a 2-turn attack buff on one of their super attacks. They also seal on their 12-key super attack. Then they give Superclass allies key and defense, making them very, very good for the Majin Buu Saga category Super Battle Road stage. And when Movie Heroes gets one, they'll be really good as well. And if Join Forces gets one, they'll be really good there as well. They're also pretty damn good in like the Legendary Goku event. Obviously, giving all the defense and key, and then also being very defensive against Int UI Goku is very, very helpful. So, this is a unit I really like, LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. Next, we have LR Prime Battle Cell. Now, I think LR Prime Battle Cell is very, very good here. He, of course, is a unit that builds up key every single time he super attacks. So, like, when I built him, I went for additionals because I want him to get additionals to, get him the extra key to super attack. And then also, because on that 12-key super attack, he does recover 15% HP, which is pretty good. His links are actually solid, too. Messenger from the Future, Big Bad Bosses, Attack of the Clones, Shocking Speed, really Shattering Limit, Legendary Power. A lot of those you're going to get on teams like androids, and especially like artificial life forms. You know, you're going to have him linked up with like other cell type units. He's going to work really well. He does also do the guaranteed crit if he does the 18 key super attack and the enemy is in the attack down status. I like this guy a lot. Leader skill, artificial life form, 100%. Again, a lot of the leader skills for these units aren't really the biggest deal, I would say, at this point. Like, you know, when I did the top 10 TURs, I really did want to factor in leader skills because, like, you know, we're looking at the Dokkan Fest exclusives and, you know, these category leaders and stuff like that. But here, I don't think it's really so much of a big deal. I mean, looking at it, maybe you could say, like, I don't know. I feel like Cell's in a good spot. So far, like, I feel like this list is fine, right? So next, we'll go ahead and go on to LRB Pan. Now, this is probably going to be a controversial pick, or, I don't know, LRB Pan could be off the list, or maybe some people could have LRB Pan at 1, because she is so versatile, and she does so much, right? Number 1, she super attacks super early. She supers at 9 key, which is really good, and then she supers at 15 key is all it takes for her to get her 18 key super attack, right? Then she stuns on that, which is good. She recovers 33% of damage dealt as HP, which is a lot. Then she has the 50% chance of reducing damage by 55%. That can activate on any attack, so that makes her really good because it's not like the turn starts and she has it or she doesn't. It's one of those things that it can activate every single attack, and then once it does activate, she has a damage reduction the whole turn. So that's really good. It makes her really powerful. She also does have this ability right here, this insanely broken ability, where she gives all allies 33% attack for 1 turn, which is, you know, like pretty much like the biggest buff in the game, like in terms of extra damage and stuff like that. She is only available on these 4 category teams. You can also use her on the Vegeta family team as well, because on there, LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta can get STR units. Real quick, I want to take a look at Blue Kaioken Goku real fast, the new one. His buff is 30%. Okay, so LRB Pan's, her buff is actually a little bit bigger than this Goku. Okay, that's just one more thing I wanted to sort of get in, keep in mind there. So next we have LR Mecha Frieza and King Cold in slot number 5. LR Mecha Frieza and King Cold, they're very, very good. They are going to be restricted a little bit to probably either the Wicca Bloodline team or like the Target Goku team or Conquest of Terror team, something like that. A team that has a lot of Wicked Bloodline category allies on the team. Well, I mean, I suppose you only need 3, huh? And they themselves count as 1. So you only need 2 others to get their maximum attack buff, which is not really too crazy. They do also give this 2-turn attack buff, which is really nice. They have a really good link set, kind of like LR First Form Frieza. Looks like LR First Form Frieza's link set is a little bit better because he's got, like, big bad bosses. Yeah, whereas they've got Tough as Nails. Like, Tough as... Dude... Is there another, like, Frieza race? Remember that stuff as nails? No. Why? Because of King Cold? Stupid. Very dumb. They definitely did not need the tough as nails link. But they're going to be really powerful. The biggest issue with them is that they came out on July 1st, yet we can still only get 3 copies of them from the Battlefield shop. And it's 300K per copy. So what do you need? 1.5 million in order to rainbow them? That is just like an insane number of Battlefield memory gems. Like that's like over a year of doing those and saving it just for this unit to rainbow them. So they are really good, but it's going to take you a hell of a long time to be able to rainbow them and really use them at their full potential and full power. Like right now you can't even do it, right? So that's unfortunate. Next at number 4, we do have the Int Metal Cooler Core. Now, I do actually like this unit a bit better than Mecha Frieza and King Cold. Mecha Frieza and King Cold could struggle with Ki a little bit unless you're going up against a Super Saiyan category ally, which, you know, is sometimes you'll fight them, right? But LR Metal Cooler, I found it's a little bit easier for him to get his super attacks off. Does LR Mecha Frieza and King Cold, did they have Shocking Speed? Let me double check that. Do they have Shocking Speed? They do not have Shocking Speed. Okay, that hurts them, obviously. But one of the big things here is that with this guy, you can rock the EZA Metal Cooler with him, and they're perfect linking partners pretty much. They're going to get a ton of ki from them. This unit is also able to bust out the additional attacks, which can be, super attacks. They also do this right here, raising extreme class allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. This is a really, really good unit. Honestly, I feel like LR Metal Cooler, you could push them all the way up to 1. Like, if I saw someone's list and they had this unit at 1, I wouldn't be like, oh, what a terrible list or anything like that. Like, that would make sense. Like, they're that good. I would say these top 4 are really, really close to each other. I'm a huge fan of this LR Metal Cooler. If you're a global player or even, I don't know, a JP player, I would recommend rainbowing this guy, these guys, right? First, before any of the other Battlefield LRs or units or anything like that, right? Like the Krillin. Then, of course, you got like the free-to-play Majin Vegeta and Angel Goku, LR Oob, LR Mecha Freezing, King Cold. I think this guy is your go-to. And he only costs 150,000. So that's not nearly as bad as like Oob and LR Mecha Freezing, King Cold, right? So I really like him. Next, we have LR Kid Goku and Arale. A very, very powerful unit. I remember I was stunned when I saw how good this unit was, considering this is like maybe the easiest free-to-play LR to get in Rainbow. Like, it's up there. Like, this takes almost no effort to get them. Like, this literally was just a gift to the community. That's all this unit is right here, because they do ridiculous damage. On their 18 ki super attack, they greatly raise defense for 1 turn. On their 12 ki, they seal super attacks, which will be really useful for some of these Super Battle Road stages that might eventually get them, right? Because right now, Movie Heroes doesn't have one, Youth doesn't have one, DB Saga, Dragon Ball Seekers, like none of these have stages right now in Super Battle Road, but I'm sure, Movie Heroes and Dragon Ball Seekers probably will get 2 stages in the next group of 10 that we'll get for Super Battle Road. So, this unit will become very, very relevant then. The 12 ki super attack to get the seal is obviously very, very good. This unit is incredible in Dokkan Battlefield as well. But then they also have this very powerful ability. They randomly change key spheres to rainbow. Then they get 30% attack and 2 ki per rainbow key sphere, which is a lot. They're easily able to get over a 3 million attack stat. And then they reduce damage as the first attacker in a turn by 30%. So if you have them in the first slot, before they attack, they'll get smacked around bad. But after they attack, they greatly raise their defense for 1 turn, and they also get the 30% damage reduction. So after, like, everything after they attack in that first slot, they're not really going to take a lot of damage at all. Their links are pretty good, and they're going to work really well on the Seekers of the Dragon Ball team, the Youth team, the Dragon Ball Saga team. A lot of these teams, they will work incredibly well. LR Kid Goku and Arale, they're just a very, very strong unit. So the next unit we have here is going to be LR Kid Goku and Kid Bulma here. They're sort of similar to Goku and Arale. I think they're a bit better. So both the 12 and 18 ki super attacks, they get chances of stunning, which is really good. But then they have this super long passive, right, which gives them extra attack and defense based upon Seekers of the Dragon Ball, Youth, and Dragon Ball Saga category allies. Those teams have so much overlap that it's no matter what, they're going to have a ton of attack and defense, right? So both of those statistics are going to be really good for them. They have almost 18,000 attack and 12,500 defense. Really, really good. They also do get extra ki from Join Forces category allies. But the thing I've found is that a lot of times these teams, I don't think, aren't really struggling for ki so much. Seekers of the Dragon Ball and, Youth and DB Saga. So I don't think this unit's going to struggle for ki even without a lot of Join Forces category allies there. And then this unit is able to hit incredibly hard as well. They link up really well with like LR Kid Goku and Arale. You could help use the rainbow orbs that they could create for this unit as well. Just a really, really strong free-to-play unit. And this one is definitely deserving of being number 2. Number 1 is obvious, but like, I feel like he deserves it still. I don't know. I just feel like how can you not select him as the number 1 free-to-play LR? His stacking attack and defense on 12 ki is just as good as ever. He's as good as ever in Super Battle Road stages. His defense is insane. He remains a monster in Dokkan Battlefield as a heavily defensive option. Works really well with SCR Gogeta's Easy A. He's great in the Legendary Goku event with his infinite stacking. He's great in Dokkan events. I mean, you know, whereas LR Kid Goku and Raleigh was a gift to the community, so was this guy. Like, it's so funny. They gave this guy to as a free-to-play unit. Like, initially people were disappointed and like, oh, he's not free-to-play and he's blah, 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 blah. This guy, like, he is so much better than he had any right to be. Like, at the time he came out, they made him way better than they could have. Like, they really made this unit as a unit that has lasted for an incredibly long time, just as a super powerful, like, he's good, he's great, he's fantastic, even to this day. It's going to be interesting to see from the 5-year anniversary, will this guy be replaced? Are they going to drop just another LR Vegeta Blue as part of the 5-year anniversary? Like, what's going to happen with that? You know, there is like Tech Vegeta Blue, Physical Vegeta Blue, who are like really good options. You know, at Rainbow, Tech Vegeta Blue and Physical Vegeta Blue can output more damage than this guy, but I've always preferred using this guy of all the Vegeta Blues ever since he came out. I absolutely love this unit. I think he's outstanding. He's got prepared for battle. He works really good on a lot of these teams. LR Vegeta Blue, I love him, man. I think he is just a very, very impressive unit. So here is the free-to-play LR top 10s right here. You know, obviously, all of these are really, really helpful, really good free-to-play units that Dokkan has given out. From the bottom here, I mean, this LR Super Battle Road Int Goku is pretty good. The only thing is he's restricted to only a few category teams, which, you know, hurts him a little bit there. LR Spirit Bomb Goku right here, the 1000-day LR Goku. He's really good, but I think Ki can be a bit of an issue, and orbs as well. In order for him to really be good, you gotta feed him a lot of orbs. And, you know, like now, especially on like the Majin Buu Saga team, or even the Goku family team that he's on, like, you're much better off feeding the orbs to like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the new Dokkan Fest and something like that, right? This LR Trunks is really good against Super Battle Road, so he, you know, maybe could be deserving of like spot number 10 or something like that. And LR Yamcha is also really good as well. Like, you know, a lot of free-to-play LRs are really, really decent these days. So let me know what you guys think of the top 10 free-to-play LRs. Again, I'll definitely still do a top 10 summonable LRs list. I probably will do a top 10 normal free-to-play units list. We'll see. But regardless, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.